fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at C-02 Convoy / Optimus Prime Anime Edition from the Transformers Missing Link line from Takara Tomy. So previously I took a look at C-01, which was the toy-accurate version of Convoy with the trailer. This is a more kind of anime or cartoon-accurate Optimus Prime color scheme, and he does not have the trailer. So unfortunately, if you love this version of Prime, but you also want the trailer, I don't think there's a way to get just those two pieces. You would have to buy both editions, and then you'd have to give this one the trailer. This one is sold just the cab. So you can see the little cab poking in the window here. Some nice artwork of the toy over here. Although I will say this is the toy-accurate color scheme for Prime with the stickers, or where the stickers were on the original toy, and the yellow eyes. So I don't know why they didn't put the anime color scheme for Convoy on the box of the anime edition, but whatever. Over here on the side, you can actually see the toy that you'll be getting in the box with the anime color scheme. And then over here on this side, again, another picture of him there holding the Matrix. Nothing really going on here on the bottom. Up top, you have the kind of quick steps of conversion. I think we all know the steps by now, but we'll take a look anyway. And then you have a little bit of that G1 artwork from back in the day, and then you have the tech specs over here, and a little bio that I mostly can't read. So, going to go ahead and get him out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here's everything you get in the box. Of course, you have Convoy / Optimus Prime packaged here in cab mode. You have his blaster, you have the Matrix, and you have the Energon axe. You also have all the paperwork that's included. I believe this is the same pamphlet from the other one because it had C-01 on one side and 02 on the other side, so I don't think this pamphlet is any different. You get the little card here, which is slightly different. And then you have the reader here for the tech specs. So if I bring the box back in here, you can read the tech specs. So I always thought that was fun, just a goofy little gimmick. You also get the instructions, and then you get a sticker sheet. So if you bought the anime edition and you would rather he look like the original toy, they did include all of those stickers just like the original toy. Got some Autobot symbols there. And then you have this little bit of yellow here, which is meant to go in these spots here on the waist. I'm probably not going to bother with them. I just don't really feel like putting stickers on this when it's so nicely painted. I'm not going to bother with that. Yeah, so I still think this looks pretty good. I don't think it needs stickers, but that is all the paperwork and stuff that's included. All right, so I'm going to move this stuff off to the side for the moment, so that I can bring in the toy-accurate version, so we can do kind of a direct comparison. So looking at the front here, you can see that on the anime edition, the windows are tinted blue, or I should say they're blue translucent plastic. Over here we have orange, yellow, yellowish orange, we'll say, translucent plastic. This is definitely more silver, where this is kind of a dull gray. You can see that the Autobot symbols are different. This is definitely more like a toy sticker, and this is more like how it appeared on the show. Also, I would say it's a slightly lighter shade of blue. Not a ton. This is definitely more of like a navy blue, and this is kind of more, I don't know, maybe just like a darker blue. Also, you can see here, these are just painted silver, as opposed to the like full detail of what was the stickers originally. Even though these are fully painted, they're painted to look like the original stickers. Taking a look underneath here, you can see these are not painted at all. This has the, still molded, everything's still molded there. The chrome is pretty much the same. Still got the rub sign here on the top. See if we can get that going. There we go. So, you know, just a few minor changes in the cab mode. Now, the trailer will, of course, work with this version. So you can pop this on here, if I can actually line it up. There we go. So you can 100% use the trailer with the anime version. Like I said, unfortunately, there's just no way to get just these two together. The trailer only comes with the toy-accurate version. But it looks good. I don't have a problem with that. I think that looks pretty good. Now, if we open this up, just so I can get at some of the accessories, let me go ahead and open this. If we take a look, like for example, the, whoops, as I drop it, the Energon axe is a lot less translucent over here. It's got a little bit more of a yellowish quality, whereas this one's like a very translucent orange. This one is a little bit more opaque and kind of a more yellowish orange. Now, it could be the same color orange, but just because it's more opaque, it looks lighter than the translucent, which kind of sounds counterintuitive, but you know, because it's supposed to be more like the anime, this one's a little bit kind of more colored in than this one is, if that makes sense. But you can see the difference there. The other main difference is the gun. So if we take this, you can see here, this has been painted in like a nice silver, and this one was not painted at all. So the toy accurate one is not painted, but the anime one has a little bit of silver paint there. Otherwise, pretty much identical. So let me put all this back away in here. And there's one more thing we need to compare once I close this up and get this out of the way. So if I open up the chest of the toy accurate one and pop the matrix out, you will see that they are very different. So this is definitely a cartoon or movie accurate with the silver and the orange and the blue in the center, whereas this one was all gold and then just had that little bit of metallic paint there. So I think they both look good, honestly. I'm more partial to the anime accurate one, if I'm being honest, but I think they both look pretty cool. This is just the one I'm kind of more used to. So yeah, matrices, yeah, they're very different. So we will pop this away, and then we can come over here and open up this one. And you can see that the interior here is also not chrome. It's actually black. Now, I believe you can still remove it. Yes, you can. So if you want the seats in there, you can go ahead and do that. But this is actually molded out of black plastic instead of the chrome from the toy accurate one. And then you can go ahead and pop this right inside and then close that up and you're good to go. So let's go ahead. Let's get to transformation. Now, if you saw the previous video or if you've just handled a G1 Prime before, you're going to figure out how this transforms. It's not very difficult. You don't even really need the instructions, but you're going to start out by pulling the arm out to the side, and as you're doing that, you're going to kind of bring the arm forward. So bring this out and bring this around like so, and then flip the arm. Now again, you can see that all of that molding is still there, but it's just been painted red to be more accurate to the show, which is kind of a bummer. I kind of wish they had just molded it, like taken that molding out. I really love it on the toy accurate figure, but I kind of wish it wasn't there for this one. But they're not going to, you know, make two different molds. I guess I get that, but it would have been nice. So pull this one out, flip this around, bring this down like so. Then you're going to come here to the back and split the legs apart, and then you have to kind of bring it out a little bit just to clear and bring this down, just because there's like a little nub right there, so you just have to kind of clear that and bring that down. And then you can fold up the feet like so. Let me zoom out and then flip the head around. And there you go. There is your anime accurate Optimus Prime. Let me adjust this. There we go. Alright, so getting into articulation. Well, first up, let's take a look at that head sculpt. Looks great. I love that. I think they did such a nice job. The eyes are painted beautifully. You have the kind of a little bit more matte finish to the gray there, which I think looks really sharp. It's kind of funny, though, that because the way this is done, and the head does move side to side, so when you look at it like that, you can see that the eyes are fully painted, but it kind of casts shadow so that these little sections here in the front almost look like they're not painted the same color. It really depends on how you're looking at the light, but it can look a little awkward. But overall, I think the head looks great. Really nicely done there. I love the colors they chose. I love the matte gray for that. I think works really well. Same kind of matte gray for the stripe here on the side. As I mentioned, head can go side to side. You have a hinge here where like the shoulder is, meeting the body. But then you have another hinge here. If I can get this to, there we go. Another hinge here. You have a rotation forward and back. You have a rotation here at the elbow side to side, as well as a nice ratchet for the elbow. You have a wrist swivel. You have opening hands. Now he does have an ab crunch. It's a little tight, but you can absolutely use that. It's very tight to get it to go back as well. There we go. So with the waist, I learned from the other one, you can unhook these and kind of put these out to the side, and you can kind of pull these sections here a little bit out just to kind of give him a wider like hip so he doesn't look like his hips are too close together. That can kind of, these little panels here, you can see it can stretch out a little bit. You do have a nice kick out to the side. You can also kick forward. You have nice knees. You can even have a little bit of a knee forward, which is not how knees work, but it's possible. And then, of course, you have the foot that's able to tilt for ankle tilt stability, and then you can obviously go front to back because of the transformation. Now, let me see. He does have thigh swivels, at least the other one did. We'll see how tight these are here. It's hard to just kind of grab a hold of it. Oh, actually, these are easier. Okay, so these move a lot nice. Oh, look at that. That's much nicer. So for whatever reason, the Toy Accurate one I have, they were just really tight. So I'm hoping over time they'll loosen up because these are not bad at all. These really have some nice movement to them, which is really great. Let me move this. There we go. Okay, there we go. And then just kind of push these down to where you want them. But yeah, so he does have ankle tilt. That's awesome. Definitely something I wish the other one had a little bit more free range of motion. But yeah, he's cool. He's really cool. We can give him his gun. Let's go ahead and pop the gun in here. I like that. And then, of course, you have the Energon axe. So this little piece flips forward. You can see the pin right there for the hinge. And then this just goes into his hand. Pop this all the way in and then close this up. And there you go. Now he's got his Energon axe and his gun. And he's ready to go. But yeah, the thigh swivel's nice when it moves really fluidly. It's really nice and fluid on this one. Not so much on the other one. So let me go ahead and bring the other one in as I'm talking about him. So you can really kind of see the differences. Obviously, the head is a darker blue than over here. You have silver instead of the gray. Eyes painted yellow. Now, I will say the yellow eyes really pop. Whereas the blue eyes, like I said, depending on how you have it, like no matter how I cast shadow on this, those yellow eyes are popping. There's nothing you can do about that. But it still looks pretty good. And then again, you have all of the molding on the arms here actually painted. Same with down here on the kneecaps, we'll call them. And then the front of the toes as well. So two pretty different experiences, but I really like them both. Honestly, I really do like them both. I think this guy's going to fit in great with like the movie repaints that Hasbro's been doing where they're more anime accurate. And then I think this guy's going to fit in well with any other G1 reissues you might have that are more toy accurate. So I think they're great. I really like both of these. They have the exact same articulation. It is the same mold. They're just painted differently, and I guess for some parts cast out of a slightly lighter color plastic, but they are exactly the same mold. As far as I can tell, I don't see any difference. I mean, down to the fact that this is all still molded in the forearm and the shins and everything, so. But yeah, they're both great. I mean, they both have their appeal. Like, you know, if you want something 100% that looks like the toy you had as a kid, boom. If you want something that's in that style but looks like the, you know, cartoon character you remember, boom. I love having both of them because I like them for different reasons, and I really like both in terms of the paint jobs and the color schemes. Like, I love this stuff here on the forearm and the shin and the toes and the yellow eyes, like totally not in keeping with the character I remember, but it is the toy, and I love that about that. But then I also really love this because it's more painted like the cartoon. So you don't have to choose. Get them both. They're great. If you really don't like one, get the other. The only problem is it's a bummer that you can't get this guy and the trailer. If you want the trailer, you have to get him. That's the only real downside I see. But if you love both of them, get them both, and then you can have either one use the trailer, which is nice, because it is the same mold. So there is that. And then just for fun, here he is with the 40th anniversary Soundwave, which is kind of, one, released by Hasbro, and two, been painted to more resemble the cartoon. And so you have these two, like, super cartoon accurate color schemes for these two. This is awesome. I cannot wait to get more of just, like, everything that Hasbro and Takara are doing with these anime accurate repaints. I think this is so fun. I really hope that Takara continues this and gives us, updated articulation. Like, I'm hoping this does well enough. Now, everyone's been saying, I hope they do a Megatron. I do too. Of course I do. But obviously, with the alt mode, that's not the easiest thing for them to do. So I have no idea what they're going to do in that regard. I would love it. I would totally get it if I could. But, that makes things a little difficult. I guess maybe like a Rodimus Prime could be fun. Because, that's a toy that I think could definitely use some articulation. A G1 Rodimus Prime, I think maybe that might be the next step. Or maybe some kind of G1 Ultra Magnus, although I feel like that would be really difficult to give him, knees and legs because of how that trailer transformed. So I don't know. I don't know what the next step is, but I think this is a really fun line. The other thing they could do is maybe like a set of mini bots, because that would probably be pretty easy to do. Do Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper as a 2-pack or something, or do a 6-pack with Gears and Brawn, whoever they want to do. But I feel like giving those little figures, out to the side, leg movement and knees, something like that, I think could be easy enough for them to do, but we'll have to wait and see. But I love this. It's making me want to rebuy original G1 Transformers again, which is really, really fun. So yeah, he's absolutely fantastic. No notes. Honestly, I love this. I can understand maybe you don't necessarily need both the anime edition and the toy accurate edition. I would say pick your favorite. You owe it to yourself as a Transformers fan to get at least one of these, because it is just so well done. The articulation's amazing, the paint applications, the accessories. My only complaint out of these two releases is the fact that if you love the anime edition, there's no way to get just a trailer for him. If you don't want the toy accurate one, there's no way to get just this and the trailer. So I do appreciate that they didn't sell me the trailer twice, because that would have really, risen costs. I guess they assumed everyone was going to get both, which is a risky assumption, but also maybe a fair assumption. So that's, I wish there was a way, but then what do? Do you sell the trailer by itself? That doesn't really make any sense. So I don't really know a way for them to win. Maybe they could have done, trailer editions for each of these guys and then also sold each of these guys separately, but then that would have been a lot of packaging to create. So I don't know. I don't know the way to win here. I just wish there was a way that everyone could get the combination of the cab they want with the trailer, if they want the trailer. Now, if you don't care about the trailer and you just want this is a great way to grab this and save some money and not have to worry about that extra cost. So maybe that will be a win for some people. I don't know. I want everyone to get the exact amount of things that they want. I wish there was a way for that, but it doesn't seem like it. But honestly, like I said, maybe you have a trailer you could pick up from somewhere else. I don't feel like the trailer has really been updated that much. It's been updated a little bit, but you could find maybe like an original G1 trailer at a yard sale or a convention or something, and maybe it's not that expensive, and then you could pair it with this. I don't know for 100% if the original trailer will work with these. I don't have one handy. I wish I did, but I kind of assume that it would. I really don't think the trailer hitch at the bottom is that different, but maybe I'm wrong. In any case, these are great. Like I said, if you're a Transformer fan, you owe it to yourself to pick your favorite and grab at least one of this mold, because it's really, really cool. If you love them both, by all means get them both. I don't think you'll be disappointed, and I really hope Takara Tomy sells these well. I hope everyone who wants one can get one. I hope they do great, and I hope they continue the line. So we'll see what happens in the future. But But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you have a preference? Do you like the anime edition? Do you like the Toy Accurate edition? Did you get both? Let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.